Yo, what's going on, everybody? Here with Peppers, you already know what it is. Going over Hypebeasts, going over Cypherkicks.
Hey everyone.
It's gonna wait an extra second or
Yo,
two,
what's going on,
but
everybody?
here with Peppers, you already know what it is. Going over Hypebeasts,
No, I
going
can
over
hear
Cypherkicks.
myself.
Do I have the stream open twice? I do. Okay, cool.
I had to mute the stream as well.
Yeah. I was like, where's it coming from? All right, man. So, you want to introduce yourself real quick? I think everybody probably knows who you are, but just for the audience watching maybe after the live stream.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Juan. People call me Peppers in the space, and I'm the founder of Cypherkicks, which is one of the OG projects on the Cardano blockchain. We sold 5,000 of those. We started selling them in September. Actually, we started in August, end of August of last year. Yeah, Cypherkicks has been doing great, constantly above, mean price for all the seasons, often hitting very good, for prices, very good sales over the 3, 4, 5,000 ADA. It's been a great experience working on that project. The community that we've grown, over 12,000 people on Discord, over 11,000 people on Twitter. It's been great, and yeah, right now we're working on this new whole thing called Hypebeast, which is the let's call it the next chapter of the project. It doesn't mean like that Cypherkicks are gonna be moved to a side because that's not going to be the case. They will continue to have great utility. They will continue to bring value to holders. But Hypebeast is let's call it the next chapter of the project.
That's what's up, dude. And those were airdropped on the 30th, or the or yesterday. Well, actually, are they still being airdropped?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They started to be airdropped on March 31st, which is
Okay.
what I promised my community last year. I told them, this whole new collection, and we didn't even tell them the name of the collection or anything. Like, we didn't, I just told them, I'm gonna give you guys 5,000 NFTs from a brand new collection. And I think it was in January when we announced the name, which would be High Beast. And we started to show the actual sneak peeks like 15, 20 days ago. Uh, the the airdrop started happening on March 31st. They're still going on because, as you know, congestion, transaction block sizes. Like, we cannot send a transaction with 100 or 200 NFTs in one block. We have to send like 40, 35 max. I think we've done is 50 per transaction. So we've airdropped so far 4,586 NFTs. So we have to airdrop about 400 more, 415 or so more, and we'll have the whole collection out there.
That's insane, dude. I know that's got to cost you a pretty penny. Is that coming out of your pocket or coming out of like a treasury or some sort?
Oh, this is actually coming out of my pocket. This is something that I promised my community back in September, actually like probably October of last year. I told me, guys, many of you have been asking for this, so we're gonna do it. We'll give Cypherkicks utility in this way from the start. We'll create a brand new collection, and I will airdrop it for you for free. Did I know back then that it would cost this much? No, I had no idea. But a promise is a promise, and if you're a serious project and you tell your community you're going to do something, then guess what? You do it. Regardless of the cost. I just have to stomach it and move forward.
Absolutely, dude. I respect the hell out of that. It's I say this analogy a lot, but it's like when you walk left, but you're supposed to walk right in high school, but you keep walking left because you don't want anybody to know that you're supposed to walk right. But it's like you didn't know how much it was gonna cost, but you're like that doesn't matter. Like I said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it, and I respect that.
Yeah, and something very interesting is the fact that back then I didn't have a big team, and it's still not a huge team, but we have three illustrators, we have an animator in the team, 2D and 3D animations, and I'm very happy with the size of the team currently. Um, so back then I didn't even think about wages, for example, like, oh, I need to pay these people for the work, right? Back then I was like, oh, I can just do it myself because I'm good with Illustrator. I'm an illustrator. I can do art, and I thought, well, maybe I can just do it. But at the same time, it's really not that easy. And I had two options. You know, when you promise something like this, you have two options. You either half-ass it and you do like a base image, basic base image. You do 20 shirts, you do 20 haircuts, you do 20 eyes, and you do 20 back items, and 20 backgrounds, and you got yourself a collection, right? And
Yeah.
you can do that like in 2 3 weeks, man. You can do it. You can do it fairly simple. It's not really that complicated, but I thought, I'm gonna be spending more than 10,000 ADA on this, like easily, just on dev fees, transaction fees, everything that we have to do, preparation. So I have two options. I either half-ass it, which is something that I've never done in my life. I never half-ass things, or I create something new. I create something exciting. I create something high quality, and we find ways to monetize that in the future. Obviously, at the start, it's going to be free, but we can find a creative way of generating some funds from this collection. And that's something very important, like extremely important for a project. If you want to see Cypherkicks keep evolving, if you want to see Hypebeasts develop good utility, if you want to see the project move on, then the project needs funds, right? You cannot do something groundbreaking. You cannot do something insane or new with 10 ADA in your pocket. It's just not possible.
Right.
Not even
Without
if you're the sole artist, right?
you could get a loan,
Uh,
I suppose, but then you'd have to
yeah,
eventually pay that back, of course.
yeah, and nothing is 100%, 100% secured in this space. Everything can happen. Every day is different than the day before. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so we had those two options, and we obviously went with the one that makes sense to me, the one that is it's who I am. I'll always be giving all my effort into everything that I do. To me, Hypebeast is not a just another collection on Cardano. To me, Hypebeast is something that can reach the number one spot in trading volume. It's a project that can reach the very top of Cardano. We can become one of the most popular projects in the world. It's my goal. It's what I want to do. And these NFTs will have very cool utility. We're working very hard on the design. I think it's everyone can see that from the sneak peeks that we've shown. Everyone can see it from the way we've been doing things. Everything's been perfect so far. Like the airdrop idea was like if you own 10 Cypherkicks, you receive 10 high beasts, and everyone has received the exact amount that they had in Cypherkicks. And
Yeah,
so
I actually just got my 10. I don't know when, but I think I got them
there
yesterday.
there you go. Everyone's gotten the ones that they had to get. And when the time comes, they will reveal themselves, and everyone will be very excited. I'm pretty sure about it because the art is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so I was looking at them and I was thinking about that. Obviously you want to give back and keep your promises, but how will you be able to make money from Hypebeasts, especially after the initial cost was actually at a loss and out of your own pocket?
So what we came up with is we're going to create a item store for the Hypebeast. So people will be able to go into our website, hypebeast.shop, and click on Marketplace. Right now it's coming soon. We're preparing this. And we actually have experience with this type of tools. We actually did it for 3D kicks. People can actually customize an exhibition of their 3D cipher kicks and generate the image and mint it. So we already proved to the community that we can do this. So the next step is releasing this marketplace, which my hope is for April, May. Is the TBD for the project. Uh, but yeah, the item shop is what in my hope is going to be generating funds from this collection. People will be able to go into the marketplace and buy. Actually, you're showing that um, and buy items from will be creating every single week. So, for example, if you are a fan of a specific soccer club from a city, we'll be releasing like jerseys from teams. We'll be releasing like jerseys from basketball teams, from American football teams. We'll be releasing fashion clothes. We'll be releasing like sci-fi stuff for the collection, and people will just be able to go into this item store, see like, oh, I have high bees, number 3, right? For example, I want to maybe customize it and add a different maybe a different shirt, maybe a different hoodie, maybe a different this and that, and you can just go there and customize your current hypebeast, and the image will change to feature that item that you want.
Okay.
So that's what we'll be doing with the marketplace. People will be able to customize what they have currently into something new and different. And that's the goal of Hypebeast. It's going to be customizable NFTs.
So it says the wearables marketplace will be released in quarter two of 2022. So is that going to be the end of quarter two?
My hope is that it's going to be soon. So
Okay.
I'm hoping for April, May. It's very possible. I don't want to drag this into June, but this team has always focused on perfection. We want to make sure that everything works perfectly fine. You wouldn't want to customize a very rare high beast, and for the result to be like, oh crap, I wanted this cool item, and there was a mistake with the system, and I got a different item. You don't want that. So the goal is to test, and make sure that the system's working perfectly fine before we roll out the marketplace.
So can you own like multiple shirts or whatever and then choose which shirt you want them to wear at any given time?
Yeah. So the idea with this is that every time that you update your high beast, you have to be sure, and you will have a final image once you do that. You can customize it again, but once you drop an item, that's it. It's gone. And we do this because the idea is to make sure that the rankings for the collection make sense. If you buy an item just to try to hope to increase the ranking of your high beast, because this new item is rarer in supply or shorter in supply than the one that you had before, then maybe if it's actually not, then you can just go back and change the item. That means that the ranking is gonna be messed up because it's not going to be fixed based on the current state of the collection. What we want to make sure is that the ranking makes sense. That if you update your high beast with, like, for example, say it has no head items, like no helmet, no hat, no cap, no glasses, no nothing, and you want to make it a little bit more rare, then you can just buy some sunglasses from the wearable shop, or maybe a helmet, or maybe a cap, or maybe something like that, right? And it will most likely increase the ranking of your high beast. um, but at the same, it's gonna be a really cool experiment. Of course, this is something that we're trying. I, I've never seen a project trying something like this before in the NFT space. Some projects allow you to customize the NFTs, but the ranking stays the same. They don't try to do something with that. What we're trying to do is gamifying the ranking system, allowing people to play with the look of their NFTs, but not only that, but also to increase the ranking of the NFTs they currently have. That's my hope, and that's what I think a lot of people will be trying to do. Like, oh, I can buy an NFT Hypebeast ranking 3,000, and the floor for those is like 500, for example. Well, maybe if I bring it up to the top 2,000, or the 1,500 top, that ranking, maybe it could go like an extra 1,000 ADA in floor price. Who knows? And that's the goal, that people will be able to play with the system, play with the items, and increase the rarity of their NFTs.
That's a really interesting idea. I'm like just thinking in my head, you know, for longevity, after the first initial sale of any of the items, if they, let's say, buy sunglasses, but then let's say like Ray-Ban sunglasses come out like a week or two or whatever months later, and they're like, oh well, these are a little bit more rare or whatever, but if I buy these, then I'll have to get rid of my original sunglasses, correct?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you have to think about. So obviously, if I would have said, let's let people keep the items, that would be better for me in terms of like making money, because people would just buy a lot of items and just collect them. But
Right.
that's not what I want. I've told my community, like, my aim with Hypebeast is not the money, and I think that's perfectly clear in terms of, like, I'm giving you guys this away for free. I've seen worse projects sell way more NFTs, and for 100 ADA. So it's very possible that I could have sold this for 500,000 ADA, call it a day, and let people just flip them and do with them whatever they wanted, right? So I really hope that people can see that I'm giving that up for just making the community happy, for bringing something new, and I won't risk that just to make more money from the items. So if I would have wanted to make money, yeah, keep everything that you buy. That's not the way, in my opinion, going forward. I think the best way will be that you have to consider, like, okay, I have these cool sunglasses. If I buy these ones, I'm gonna lose the sunglasses I own.
Right. So
Should I do it?
so it
That's the
might
question.
actually be better to own a bunch of different cipher or rather hype beasts. So that way, if you
Right.
see some sunglasses that you do like, then you can be like, okay, well, this guy owns those sunglasses. I'll use another guy, and then he can own these sunglasses, so I can at least keep my other ones.
Yeah, exactly. And something that I've been telling people about hypebeast is one sometimes you go into a collection and you see this NFT that you really love. Like, oh my god, this NFT is me. I'm this NFT. I need it, right? And then you DM the guy that owns the NFT, and he's like, sorry, like it's my NFT. I'm not selling it. Oh, I'll give you 5,000 ADA. No, I'll give you 10,000 ADA. No, there's no way you will ever own that NFT, right? And it's the only design. You could maybe have one wearable that none other of your NFTs have, and there's nothing that you can do. With Hypebeast, we're going a different route. You will be able to customize your NFTs to make them fit maybe your style, your personal style. Maybe you don't like ravens, but you like aviator glass sunglasses, and maybe that's something that you can use instead, and you can customize them to use that type of things. Obviously, the goal is that none of the OG items, which is what I usually call them, like the OG traits that the NFTs will have initially, none of those will be released again. Those are OG items. So you have to consider like, oh, yeah, but there's only 100 of these sunglasses. What if I get this one? And a lot of people remove those sunglasses, and then those NFTs, those sunglasses will be more rare eventually. So you have to consider those things.
So I'm
But
I'm thinking like, sorry to interrupt you.
yeah, of course.
Will the sunglasses, or I'm just using that as like the common example, but
Yeah, of course.
will one of the accessories become available again, like seasonal, or once they're there, you either get them that week and then they're gone?
Get it or they're gone.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll have an artist working full time on the Hypebeast wearable marketplace, designing and helping us bring out new items every week. So that's the goal. That this won't be something that will be just recycling. It will be something that will keep the collection fresh and moving and interesting. Because sometimes you go into a project, and I don't know if you realize, but yeah, I love the art. It's new, it's fresh. But once that new thing about the project wears off, like, oh, it's not no longer new, and a lot of people from the community are no longer using the PFPs on Twitter or Discord, and people are not talking about it anymore because the utility is not a metaverse or a DAO, right? Or and then you start asking questions like, okay, what are they doing to keep their people involved, to keep their people interested in the collection. And this, I think, is going to be a great selling point in that regard. You'll have people every week flex new items, flex new combinations, try to get something, and they will be limited supply. It won't be like an unlimited supply of sunglasses. We don't want 5,000 NFTs with the same sunglasses, right? Just to
Right.
keep talking about the same example. So they will be limited in supply. Some shirts will have like 100 in supply. Some sunglasses will have like 25 or 50, and those are the ones that a lot of people are gonna try to get. But the hope is that the designs are so good that people will be like, "Oh my god, yeah, I love my current high V's. I need to get that shirt. That's so fresh.
Yeah.
That's what I want."
People are definitely, I think, gonna try to match up the color palettes now. Like, oh, well, these would look good with this color, and I got this background, so I'm gonna get these. Like, I think that's gonna be really important now.
That's a good thing. Yeah, of course. That's very interesting. And it's also the fact that sometimes you go to collections and you see like a guy with like an army jacket, something like that, wearing like a, I don't know, like a chef's hat. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, maybe he's an army guy, he's a cook at the Navy or Army or whatever.
They were short
But
staffed, man. He
sometimes
needed
they
to.
make no sense. Yeah, sometimes like a police officer, clothes with a firefighter helmet, or a devil's wings with like an angel's halo. Like some stuff don't make sense, right?
Yeah.
And this is also one of those cool things. Like, yeah, it could happen to us with the OG collection. It's very possible. But you won't be able to fix that yourself by deciding how your NFT should look like. It shouldn't be me or a computer telling you, hey, this is your NFT, this is what represents you, and this is what you keep, and this is your profile picture, and this is what you do with it, and this is your new personality. No, it's not supposed to be like that. It's the way I see it. The more the technology evolves, it allows you to do things like this and let people play with it. It's the whole point of blockchain, man. It's all about giving power to the people, and this is what we want to do with this collection.
So I have another question about the accessories. You said they're going to be released. Are they released as rarities, or are they released like there's 300 of these, but there's only 100 of
Right,
these? So like you can kind
numbers.
of gauge rage. Oh, okay. So you'll be able to gauge
Yeah,
the rarity by a ratio.
yeah, correct.
Okay. And will the prices vary on those ratios?
Um, for the wearable ones that we release in the item store,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
guessing you
let's
mean.
say there's like these
Yeah,
sunglasses that are released like
I'm guessing we're gonna go that way. Like if we release, for example, a jacket and we do like there's 150 of this jacket. Uh, I'm guessing we could charge like 28, 38, something for that item. But if we release like let's say we talk with my friend from Dead Pixels and we do like the Dead Pixels sunglasses, something really hype or cool, right? Then that could be a little bit more expensive, but because not only we have to go through the the trouble of contacting this project, convincing them that this is a good idea, explaining how everything works, but also we have to pay them a percentage of the sales from that item. uh, in most cases it's going to be 50%. Like, I'm gonna be straight about that. We're giving this project 50% of the funds from the sale, unless they tell us like, no, you keep it, guys, which I know some projects would say. They would be like, oh no, just keep it. We don't care about 1,000 ADA.
yeah.
But in most cases, we'll be doing is splitting the collab items with other projects. Like, we already announced that Pixels will be a collaborator in the collection, which not every project can say, right? Not every project collabs with that Pixel, so I'm very proud about that. I have a very good relationship with with Adrian from Dead Pixels. We actually did a collaboration, the Dead Pixel shoes, and people
Oh
love
yeah.
those.
Those were
So
insane.
yeah, and we have Dirtbirds, which is a great community and great collection. We have a hoodie from them. We also announced, let me think, we also announced Disco Solaris,
Yep.
which is a hype collection, really high on the rankings as well. And the last one, I think, let me remember. Yeah, Ugly Bros. My bro search from Ugly Bros. Also great collection, 700, 800, 8 floor for that one. It's crazy what he's being able to accomplish. Uh, and we're gonna be featuring one of the Ugly Bros hoodies that's actually gonna be an actual merch that they will be selling. So people will be able to wear their Ugly Bros shirt and use the high beast as a PFP, right? That's gonna be really cool. And it's something that we are working in the back end. It's that some of these items are so fresh and so cool. So why not make them a real thing, right? Why not sell them to people so people can wear them? The same thing that their NFTs wearing, right? So this is something that we'll also be working in the future. It's a little bit more future state for the project, but it's something that we're definitely interested in pursuing.
That's awesome, dude. Is so I'm still trying to think about the original collection as well. Will they get benefits other than the airdropped of the Hypebeast? Well, like, will some of the proceeds from the Hypebeast store maybe go towards some of the royalties for the original holders of the Cypherkicks?
So Cypherkicks holders, they have a lot of utility already. We're working like just this airdrop is something insane, and I think bigger than any other project has done in the NFT space. Because even when you have a project like I don't want to name names, but they do like royalties, and we're gonna pay you ADA. And the ones that you see right now, they're really not paying that much ADA to people because you have 10,000 holders,
Right.
and let's say that you make like 100,000 ADA, right? You're just giving people like in a month or a week, you're just giving people 10 ADA. It's not really that much. Would you prefer 10 ADA a month or the chance of your NFTs going up in value? So you have to gauge that. A lot of people just think about, oh, I want more ADA, I want more ADA. But like at the same time, like you own a Cypherkicks. Now you're getting these IPs. And the floor is in the 70, 80s right now for the unrevealed one, but there's only 35. Any guy can come up right now and sweep the whole floor, and they don't have a price anymore, right? So this, in my opinion, is way better than what other projects do in terms of royalties. For Cypherkicks, other than that, we have a white paper. The white paper is huge. It's like 17 pages. Explains everything about the project, what's coming, and Hypebeasts is just one part of the project. There's so much more. There's royalties related to the merch, to the actual, like, it's gonna be like a fashion brand that we'll be developing, and Cypherkicks holder will get some funds from that. Um, so that's even better in my opinion than royalties because it's not attached to a collection and the popularity of a collection over a certain time, right? It's attached to a real business.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that Cypherkicks holders will be getting, and we're still thinking about some cool things that we can do in the future. Like for example, some items that you can only buy if you hold Cypherkicks. Like maybe this item from the wearable marketplace you can only get it if you have a zombie Cypherkicks. Things like that will be able to apply. But that's that. Some of these things we'll announce in the future. Um, as I always say, I one of my first problems as a creator was I was announcing way too many things at once. Now I'm trying to go step by step. Right now, the airdrop. Once we finish the airdrop, which let me check if we have now 4,069 and 6
Hey.
NFTs airdrop. So yeah, funny number. So yeah, about 300 more, and we're done. So I think we'll be done in about 3 hours.
Not
Fair to
bad.
say.
Not bad. So
Yeah,
that was
that's
like
gonna
three
that's gonna
days
be
it took
crazy.
to get them all out. About.
Yeah, 2.5 days, I would
Yeah.
say.
It's
Two
not
and a half
bad.
days. Yeah, for 5,000 NFTs, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about that. We work with Mermaida, with Freddy. He's the developer, so kudos to him. He's done an amazing job.
Yeah, it's cool that you did the Ethereum style type of reveal as well. Like if you guys go look, actually, let me see. My I'll pull up my Cypherkicks and I'll show you how they look, guys. So let me go over here.
Maybe try to open the JPEG store,
Oh, I
or
could
yeah, you can
I could do
open the
that
pool
too.
PM too. Yeah,
But
whichever
yeah,
you prefer.
this is my wallet, and you can see all my dudes. But you can see it's actually a little bit different from the Ethereum style. It shows like a GIF instead, which I really like. So these are these some of the ones that you can possibly get, or are these just like some design
These are
ideas?
concepts. These are some concepts. Those items will be in the collection. I hope that some of them actually make it in terms of like the combinations because I think they look really sick. But they will be generated, so
Right.
it will be a little bit outside of my control. But yeah, like the characters will be there, the jackets will be there, the sunglasses will be there, the wings will be there. That hat will be there. The cool helmet with the cables is going to be part of the collection. So all of that is going to be part of the collection. And yeah, in Ethereum, sometimes you have like still images, but it's very common to see also GIFs. Sometimes they show like a dark version of the NFT. But for Cardano, I thought let's show the GIF and let's show some examples so people can see that some of these are what they will be getting, like this style of NFT. And I think it's very important because I already got some people coming into the Discord and asking like, oh, I got three, but they're all the same. What's up with that? And we have to explain to them, well, it's an unrevealed drop, and this is how it works, and this is why we do it. And I think right now it's a great opportunity for people to go to JPEG and just snag some because good price in my opinion compared to when they will be revealed. It's just an opinion, of course, and you have a chance of getting a random one. It's like you're basically minting them right now, right? Instead of buying one that you already know how it looks. So the random aspect of the collection is still there. And this is something, this is one of the reasons why we decided to go this way. Because it opens the door to non holders to come and be part of the collection, have that excitement of like, oh my God, I can't wait for this NFT to be revealed, right? And I think that's something very cool and very, exciting.
So I did see on one of your announcements it said something like the top 1,000 will be this, the top 2,000 will be this. Is that the actual number or are the numbers
No,
randomized?
all the numbers are random, so there's
Okay.
no humanly possible way unless you like come into my house and get access to my computer to know the rarity of each one, and even there, then it's really difficult, even if you have, all the data, because we have everything in different spreadsheets and systems. So no, it's not possible for people to know which one is rare, which one is common. I'm gonna assume like some of these are people just hoping they're selling their common, but I can tell you like some of these could be very rare. Some of these could come from a holder of a zombie, and some of them could be like top 100. There's no way of knowing. So it keeps that cool factor of, oh, I don't know, like, am I getting a cool one, or am I getting like a more common one? So it's gonna be very interesting.
If you did though own, let's say, a legendary or an epic one only, and then you got airdropped that one, you would know for a fact that it's at least that legendary or epic rarity, though, correct?
Yeah, once you get them, you'll be able to go to CNFT tools and get and see the rank of them, and yeah, that's gonna be very simple and very straightforward.
No, I just mean like for the airdrop, because when you held an epic cipher kick, you would
Yeah,
be guaranteed an epic in that rarity, not in
yeah.
like, yeah.
I mean, you can go into JPEG right now. I see that you're in JPEG. I think there's a little bit of a delay, but if you click on one of them, then click on the holder, like who is the owner, you can see his wallet. You can probably see
Oh, owner, I
yeah,
see.
on top, yeah, where it says owned by
Let's.
ADDR, yeah, on top of those two, and you click on that under Hypebeast, yeah,
Oh, he
right there.
doesn't. This dude doesn't own a hypebeast unless he sold it. Let's see.
Cypherkicks, maybe for
Or
sale,
yeah,
maybe he's selling one of his Cypherkicks. Maybe he already sold it, right?
yeah. Or
Try
it's or
another,
he
yeah.
transferred from a. Oh, he might have done what I did. I have all my cipher kicks in my Daedalus wallet to keep them safer
Okay,
than my
okay.
browser wallet. So if he wants to sell, then he would have to have transferred from Daedalus. So that's probably why.
It's very possible, right? Try
I'll
a
try
new
another
one. You'll
one.
probably
Yeah,
find a yeah. You'll most likely find one with Cypherkicks in their wallet. It's the most common thing.
yeah. Let's see.
And yeah, you can.
Okay,
I mean, some
got
people
it.
are doing that and are just checking like, oh, this guy, he owns like a common cipher, so this will probably be. There you go. Like he has an epic one. He
Yeah,
doesn't know what that high beast is, if it's a rare one or an epic one, and if it's the one associated with the epic one, he doesn't know. So it's 100% random. There is a chance that it will be like, for example, in the top 1,000 or the top 600 or even top 500.
for
There's
84 right
no
here.
way of knowing. Yeah, exactly. And those will definitely be more desired by the community, and people will be looking for them
Dude, that's
later on.
That's some mad alpha right there. Like, go check which they own and decipher. Also,
Uh,
don't
it's
just
it's
do
not a
this.
tip though.
Yeah, don't just do this, because somebody could easily put in their legendary, hype beast.
Yeah,
Like, let's say they
exactly.
have like 10 hype beasts, and I'm giving people ideas, but I'm doing this to keep you safe. If somebody
Exactly.
owns a legendary and then they sell their hype beast, but they transfer it over to the legendary holding wallet, that could mislead you. Okay, so just be aware, whoever's listening.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it's best to be careful and not do something like crazy, like, oh, he has a legendary, so there's a chance this one will be a legendary. You
Yeah.
can do it. It's up to you, like your choice, but it doesn't guarantee that it will be a legendary if he has a legendary in his wallet.
That's insane. I just got so caught up doing that. That's
That's what I'm saying. It's 100% random. Like that guy has an epic one, so it could be a top 500, right? So who knows?
so. Will these be 3D ready, metaverse ready at any point?
That's our plan to do that in the future. We'll see how everything goes. Like what I'm telling you is 100% real. Like I'm always real with my community. I'm always real with people. It will highly depend on the success of the project as a whole. So if people are buying them, if people are selling them, we're earning royalties. If people are interacting with the item store, we're earning funds. Then we'll have the power to pay, our team to actually render them in 3D under the specifications that the Metaverse price will provide us. We still don't have that. So anyone promising you right now rigging for Metaverse projects, my question is always which Metaverse
Yeah.
project? Because Pavia hasn't given us any type of requirement. No other project has done it so far. Um, I'm in contact with three different big Metaverse projects, and I already shared my interest in working with them. They told me they would love to work with me, but we still don't have requirements. We still don't have guidelines, and we need those. So um, the appropriate answer to sell this to people would be yes, it's going to be metaverse ready. No, I want to be honest with people. It will depend on several factors. If everything goes well and metaverse projects act professionally and according to what we expect from them, yeah, they will be available for people to use in the metaverse.
That's what's up. And I know that the Cypherkicks were their plan is to be metaverse ready as well. So could we maybe see like some Cypherkicks on the Hypebeasts?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. That's the dream, right?
Hell yeah.
What we want to do.
Dude, that would be awesome. So, what is your long-term vision with these beasts? Is it more so like maybe a just a short-term vision in all honesty to like just kind of like this is the next thing focus, this is the next thing focus, or is there like a really long-term goal that you're like working towards? Did I lose you? You still there?
Sorry, that was my mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're good.
so there's obviously long-term uh, hopes and dreams. And well, when I started Cypherkicks, people told me like no one's gonna buy that, and now we have over 5,000 sold, and thousands of other collaborations and projects sold. Right, so I like to dream big. For this, I think this will allow us to fight with the big boys. Go for that number 10. If you go to the number 10 in terms of ranking, I am 100% that objectively you can see that our this art is way better than many of those. And but art is not everything. So we have to find other ways to reward holders, giving them incentives to keep working. In terms of like in upgrading their NFTs, I think that's a good way though. Um, Upgrading them, increasing the ranks, being able to flip them for a better price, buy a new one, increase the rank, and repeat. Maybe that's a way a lot of people will be able to make money. I mean, a lot of people have been able to make money with Cypherkicks, so I'm pretty sure that will repeat with the Hypebeast in even a bit, even probably a bigger way. In terms of hopes and dreams and what we want to accomplish in the future, yeah. So other than trading volume, other than being one of the big projects on Cardano, it's the fact that I want this collection to be fashion oriented. Obviously, we're adding some sci-fi ideas and concepts to make this more fun and interesting to the community, but the fashion sense will still be there. So we want to release actual merch based on the items that the hypebeasts are gonna be wearing. We want to create a fashion line based on that. We also want to collaborate with real brands in the real world. Like, for example, we want to collaborate with Legends to bring holders Legends merchandise for the hypebeast, clothes, things that they can buy from the Legends store in Orlando, Florida. And we want to do that with other projects as well. Fashion brands, fashion designers approach them like, oh, you're a respected fashion designer. Like you have 200,000 followers on Instagram. Will you be interested in adding some of your designs to our collection for sale? You'll make money. You'll be exposed. Your prey will be gain some exposure from the Cardano community, and the crypto fashion following. I think will be growing a lot in the following weeks, especially after the reveal. I think a lot of people will be joining our Twitter. A lot of people will be joining our Discord, asking questions. Maybe people who are not very interested in shoes, but they love the hypebeast and the designs. Maybe they will be more interested in this and joining us. So we have a big community. We'll have an even bigger one. And approaching fashion designers and projects and brands is not something that's crazy. It's something that's going to happen. Something that will make it happen. And it's coming, man.
Yeah, so you were talking about the release, and that was, oh man. As soon as you said that, I was like, all right, when? Like, when is the reveal? When are we gonna start seeing these? And on the same note of that question, how will it be released? Will it be released kind of slowly, or will it just be a red button and they're all revealed?
No, no, I wish. The problem is that you have to update the metadata from each individual NFT. So I think we'll be able to do this in one day. So say we start at 10 a.m. I think we could like 7 p.m. we could probably end. The only reason why this is the case is because you have to understand how Cardano works. Um, with the system that we use, we have to send NFTs one transaction in one block. And the way that works is that, well, you have a limited amount of NFTs that you can send to someone. When you update an NFT, you don't actually have to send it to someone. You just have to mint the same NFT and burn it. Basically, just burn you create a copy, you burn the copy, and the original one changes the metadata and the image. So once we do that, we're updating all the NFTs. I think we can do 50 every time, whereas right now sometimes we have to do 30 because they might not fit in a block. So we have to reduce the amount based on congestion. And that's why it's taking so long. But when we update them, we can do 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and so on. It's way easier because we don't have to send them to people. We just have to submit the transaction to the blockchain, basically like creating an NFT inside our wallet, and burn it. And because of that, it will be a faster process. People will be getting like, their NFTs upgraded like every probably 10 minutes. We'll have a batch of 50 getting updated or so.
Okay. So will that also cost you another transaction fee to do all that per hype beast?
Smaller transactions. I think
Okay.
this in that case won't be that expensive, but we're still looking at thousands, including that fees.
Yeah, man, I just know every time I hear you doing like, oh, this massive drop and then we're doing this, I'm just like, dude, like, first off, kudos to you, putting your own money into it to really help out the project. That is amazing. But second off, I know you probably can't wait for some multi tools that like you can do multiple transactions for all of like one ADA fee. I know
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
wait because you could do some
yeah. That
huge
would be great.
things for like, you know, dollars instead of thousands.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that's not here yet.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the way I see it, the community has given me so much. My life has changed because of this. Now I don't like to say it like this, but I'm a little bit of an influential figure in the space, and I try my best to do what I preach. Right, I always tell people like, support teams, not necessarily just the project or the art. Support the team first, and then work your way into what the project is about. Um, and yeah, I'm trying to build the best possible project that I can build. I This is my one chance, so if I was like just going for the money, in an obvious way, and in a way that people just think like, oh wait, I'm not getting anything from this. Like, what's the point, right? Why? I mean, I'll just sell my NFT and move to the next one. I'll just mint, flip, and repeat, right? And
Yeah.
that's not the goal with Cypherkicks and Hypebeasts. The goal is for people is to bring long-term holders, people who understand the value of these NFTs, and people who understand that you cannot build an empire in one day. A lot of projects, they sell 1 million ADA in trading volume, and then what? And what do you do? And they often don't have the tools to develop something bigger, and we do. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see the first Cardano-based fashion brand in the space, it's going to be us, and it's going to be us because we're setting the way, doing everything that has to be done before we get to that point, and that includes a lot of things. It includes, finding the proper manufacturers for the clothes. It involves making sure that we have the right team in terms of like fashion design. I'm already in talks with some fashion designers, especially some students from the same university I'm going to, and we want to really try something new. We really want to try to bring something amazing to the community, and that's what we'll be doing. So to me, it doesn't really matter the floor price today, for example, because I know that this is not the finished project, and the project when it's finished, it's going to be one of the biggest projects not only on Cardano but in all of blockchain in terms of like the NFT world.
I mean, I wouldn't even be worried at all, about the price. Like, the cipher kicks right now. I think the floor, the cheapest one is 60, and I think it's like a season 4, which that's usually one of the cheapest floors, anyways. So, 60 floor price, and then on top of that, the floor for the hypebeasts are 75. Like, I mean, the value is already more than the hypebeast floor was before the drop. Before the drop, the floor of hypebeast I think was 100 or 95, somewhere around there. And now if you do 60 plus 75, I mean, dude, that's way more than 100. So What do you particularly like have to say to all the people that are like, airdrops always devalue? Like, what do you have to say to those people?
Well, first of all, I mean, if you're only thinking about the current value, you're not looking at the project in the long term way, and you had plenty of time to sell the Cypherkicks, before the airdrop. So to me, it doesn't really make that much sense. The trading volume for Cypherkicks was huge before the airdrop. Every day we were seeing 20, 50, even more sales per day. We were constantly in the top 30, top 40 every single day. One day I think we made it to the top 15. So the volume was there, the interest was there. A lot of people were buying, just to get these Hypebeasts, and a lot of them are still holding. I mean, if you go and see, like under 5% of Cypherkicks are on sale. Last time I saw, the day of the Hypebeast drop, it was 3%. We were number 3 or 4 in terms of like how many kicks, like NFTs from the collection were for sale. Like such low volume in terms of like selling volume. Like out of 5,000 NFTs, only 150 were for sale. On 140, I think. That's insane.
That
That's
is
that's
insane.
even better than Space Spots. That's better than Clay Nation. That's better than all of those projects together, right? And if you go and see the NFTs that are being sold, most of them are commons. No, you don't see rares or epics or zombies. It's very hard to find them. And if you find them, they're expensive. Try to find a zombie; it's gonna be about 200 or more, and they're being bought. So we're very happy in terms of like how the collection is doing. Uh, we love our holders. We think they're the best in the world, and they know how to hold their NFTs. They know how to keep them. Um, yeah, I mean, you're in season 5. See how many are for sale? Not that many, right? So we'll keep bringing value. We'll have more announcements about Cypherkicks in the coming weeks and months, and people will want to buy them again, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's 17 of the season fives being sold,
Yeah,
and there's actually
out of more than 500.
yeah, there's actually 19, but I don't count them because I don't know who's gonna pay $50,000. But that just shows you,
Yeah,
man, they
yeah.
don't care. Like they're just like,
They
I
don't
will
care
take 50K or nothing. Like
or
that is,
nothing.
yeah. You either take it or leave it.
That's how it is, man. That's how it is, and that's why there's not that many high bees for sale. I think last time I saw it was like 30 something. Uh, People don't want to sell them. They wanna wait until the revealing, right? Which is why I think it's such a good moment to buy it as well, because the volume is very low, and the price is also not that big, not that high. So someone can sweep 10, and the price goes like 2x. That's the funny thing about these drops and the projects that we do in Cypherkicks. There's usually such a low volume in terms of like available NFTs for sale.
Yeah. So with the hype beast for sale, there's I think a 5% royalties. Am I correct?
With Cypherkicks, it's 5%. With Hypebeasts, we announced 7.5%, since number one, they're free, and um, well, that's basically the number one thing. They're free, so the royalties have to match, the selling price. Usually, people say like, what do you prefer? A 10 ADA mint with a 10% or 15% royalty, or a 60 ADA mint with a 2% royalty, right? People usually try to find like what's the best ratio, and when you go with 0% main price, I mean, you have a lot of leeway in terms of like, oh, how much we can charge for royalties. A lot of people were asking me to do 10% because people want the project to be funded. People understand that we need funds, right, to make everything that we want to do happen. So yeah, we found that 10% was a little bit too steep, so we decided to bring it down to 7.5%.
I respect that. I know trying to flip certain NFTs, 10%. I'm like, damn, 10% right off the top.
It's a lot.
It is, but
Was it 2.5%?
yeah, 2.5% feels it's like 5, 10, 8, like no big deal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
where will all of the money from the royalties be going back into the project, or are some of the royalties going to be dispersed back to holders in some way?
Project 100% is going back to the project, back to my team. I have to pay my people, and I have to keep paying them. So we need those funds. Other funds from collaborations, for example, will be going back to the community treasury, especially from Cypherkicks. If we do, like, for example, the project that we have in common with Degens Crypto Club at Cypherkicks, some of those funds will come back to community treasury, which currently has about 3,700 ADA in it, and the community can vote on what to do with that. Um, yeah, from the Degen Crypto Club collaboration, that budget is going to be more than 5 or 6 thousand ADA for sure.
Gotcha. And then the money from the sales on the Hypebeasts as well, like on the their like sunglasses and their attributes, stuff like that. Is all of that going back to the team as well, or is some of that being
Back
distributed
to the
in other
team.
ways? Okay.
Yeah, back to the team. I mean, if you think about it, this collection could have been sold for 500K, and we're selling it for zero
Yeah.
ADA. So we need some funds. Yeah, we definitely need some funds. We need to find ways to. Um, we want to hire more people. I want to hire a business manager. I want to hire a fashion designer into the team. I want to bring a new 3D designer into the team as well. And I hope that we can eventually hire a developer full time. But as you already know, developers are expensive, over 100, $200,000 a year. So we need the funds, and hopefully this will allow us to get there.
Yeah, dude, I 100% get it. Also, with ADA going up in value, we've been on this bull run, so ADA could be worth even more in the future to actually help you, pay those people a little bit more, even easier.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the hope. That's the hope. That's what we want to do, and I think we'll definitely get there. I'm very bullish on Ada.
and I saw too on your white paper for the Cypherkicks, getting just a little bit away from the beasts.
Yeah.
The royalty, uh, what is it like? Your percentage that you get for holding, those will be dispersed starting in quarter 4, correct?
Yeah, so that's going to be royalties for that will come from the fashion brand that I mentioned before. That fashion brand is currently called Cypherkicks Supply, or that's going to be the name of the company. And it's not exactly royalties. The way we'll make it happen is that people who own Cypherkicks will be able to apply to be what we call like ambassadors of the project, because if we do royalties, that would definitely be a security, and we don't want to break the law. And we don't want people in the U.S. or other countries to feel like, oh no, I shouldn't be holding Cypherkicks because it can be against the law in the country that I live in. And that's something that a lot of projects are doing, and they're not considering the legal implications. We are considering the legal implications, and what we'll be doing is allowing holders of the collection, people who invest in the collection, basically, to apply for the ambassador position. If they do that, then they will be earning even dollars, maybe not even ADA, maybe even dollars if they choose to. We'll be paying them for being ambassadors of the project, and spreading the word and talking about Cypherkicks. Maybe sending some tweets and talking about how good of a project we are.
That's freaking dope. I love that. That is so
Thank
cool.
you.
So is that still on track, or is there a potential delay that we can maybe expect for Cypherkicks to, I don't know, get that rolled out?
Yeah, I would say we're doing well in terms of like timing. I'm in conversations with several project companies, not even projects, companies like real companies, and a fashion designer that I already contacted. I think we're underway to make that happen. I mean, don't expect to be earning like 1,000 ADA per Cypherkicks per week. In the beginning, it's going to be a slow rollout. But I think we're in a good position to make it happen by Q4.
Awesome. And I know everybody, this has been like the thing, like it's been a trend. With Space Apes, they announced their staking, and then you had Ape Society announce their staking. And I know it's just a matter of time before Clays do theirs. Are you guys ever going to think about doing a potential stake your NFT for da da da?
No, that's not something that I want. I think there's really not much value in that. I mean, the Bored Apes released a token just now after their project is worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Um, they just released it now. So if you think about, oh, this project is worth $300,000 or $500,000, and they're releasing this coin, uh, like think about it for a second. Does it make sense? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. So I will not be doing any gimmicky things with Hypebeasts. Everything that I'm doing has a reason for being, has a utility, has a benefit for my holders. Now, if my holders tell me like Peppers, this is what we want. We want a Kicks token. We don't care if it's worth zero ADA and if it's worth like nothing, but we want the token. We want to see it in our wallets. I mean, if everyone wants it, maybe we can talk about it. But I'm not gonna lie to people. I'm not gonna tell them like, oh, stake your cakes and you'll earn these tokens and they will be worth something one day. No, man.
Yeah.
What's the point? Like, there's no point to that. And I mean, we're even in a position in which we could like even create tokens and use them in the wearable marketplace. Like that could happen. But
Yeah.
again, what's the point? Is there
That's
really a reason for that?
yeah, that's what I
I
was
don't
kind
see
of
it.
thinking. I was thinking maybe if you decided to do it, it could be like you said, used for the store. You get the coins or their tokens, and then you could buy the sunglasses or whatever using the tokens. And then you could also do the whole model of distributing some of the tokens to the team, so that way you can continue to fund the team. But that would be way more
Yeah, but
risky
maybe
for the
people of
team,
the team, yeah, would sell the tokens probably, right, and
right?
lower the value, and we wouldn't want to do that. We wouldn't want to be, rugging on the on the token on day one.
Right.
So we have to think really hard about this. If we eventually do it, it would probably be for some like special edition items, not for all of them that people could potentially use the tokens, right? That could be something that could be fun, right?
Yeah.
I'm not against that idea. We have to see first the interest and the level of interaction with the marketplace before we do something like that. But you'll see a lot of projects dropping tokens, and most of those are just trying to look for an utility that doesn't exist, just to announce something, and that's not us. When we announce something, there's a reason for that, and it's gonna most of the time it's gonna be in terms of something that's gonna benefit the community.
I like that a lot. And I don't know if you answered this before, but do we have an exact date or a rough estimate of when the first ones will start to be revealed, the hype beasts?
Yeah, so I mean, it's April 2nd. I would say like we'll have everything ready by April 6th, April 7th. My birthday is on the 8th, so not that
Oh,
day. I'm not gonna be revealing and going through the stairs on that day.
yeah.
Uh, but it could be, I will tell you this, it will either be the week of the 15th, so the 15th or the 16th, or it will be at the end of the month because we have the DJ Crypto Club um, drop, right? On I think that's going to be in the third or fourth week of this month. So I want to make sure that we do not eclipse that with Hypebeast, or that collection eclipses Hypebeast, right? We don't want to have two projects at the same in the same month competing with each other, even though they're not related at all. Hypebeast is its own collection, and Cypherkicks is currently working on this drop with Digital Crypto Club. We'll find ways to bring some value to holders for that project. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. And I personally cannot wait.
So you'll be ready pretty soon with starting to
Yeah.
reveal some of them, but you're going to wait until probably next month sometime?
No, the idea is to rebuild them this month.
Oh, okay.
I already said it. Like April is gonna be the month of the reveal. Honestly, I want to do it as soon as possible. I feel like we are in a place in which we have everything that we need to make it happen. I will be talking to my developer after the airdrop is ready because he has been working for 3 days nonstop. The man is tired. Uh, but I'll talk to him and see. Like, will you feel ready to do the airdrop maybe on the 10th or something like that? That's gonna be one of the questions. And if he is, then maybe we'll do it. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't have a specific date yet. But we're very close to that. I can tell you that much. We're very close to that. So if anyone wants to have a chance to get some extra high beats, they're already on the Apex store.
Yeah, floor 75 right now. And
Yeah.
you actually sent me over a sneak peek of what one of them could look like. Do you want to look at that right now?
Let's do it.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
Yo, guys, this thing. Oh, he's like a stone dude, and he's cracking. And on top of that, he's got the samurai hat, bro. He's got the swords in the back. He's got the armor on, dude. This dude is ready for war, and he's been in war. He's a veteran, bro. He's an absolute veteran.
There you go.
I
There you
think he
go.
looks
What a
crazy,
beauty.
bro. He looks crazy.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, this is one of the. I think this is definitely going to be a special hype piece, and a lot of people are gonna love them. I think they look beyond insane, beyond what other projects are doing in this space. To be honest with you, and yeah, I'm very excited about this one. It just looks beautiful.
You said this one was like literally just made right before the stream, right?
Yeah, we actually finished. We had the hat. We've had the hat for a few weeks. The swords we finished them last week, and the actual like armor, samurai armor, we finished that. I would say like 1 hour before before this call. So I was like, we have it ready. Let's show it.
Heck yeah, dude. They look sick. I can't wait, bro. I
Yeah,
cannot wait.
that's gonna look amazing in the PFP for sure.
Well, that's pretty much all the questions that I had. If you have anything that maybe you think I left out, feel free. And if there's any questions that the audience has, feel free to ask. We'll be here.
Yeah, let's see if anyone has any questions. And otherwise, I think we cover everything pretty much. I see people saying that it's my birthday coming up. Uh,
Yeah, dude. Happy
see, we got.
early birthday, by the way.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Uh, yeah, we got Neil saying he's not a shoe guy, but he's in love with me. Oh, okay. Thank you, Neil.
Dude, I
Uh,
actually wasn't a big shoe guy either, but like I don't know much about shoes to be honest. Like I couldn't be like, "Oh, these are Chucks or these are like Air Jordans." I would just be like, "I like those. I like those." But
yeah,
with your I mean, I had to get into your collection just because dude, I don't know much about shoes, but I like the way they look and I love the way these look and I was like, "Dude, I got to get in. I got to."
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it a lot, But yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun being here with you. I don't know if anyone has any questions. Feel free to ask them. Is the AR-15 common? Someone's asking. I wouldn't say it's common. But I would say you'll probably have a very good chance getting them from maybe an Epic or a Zombie Cypherkicks. You'll probably get something really cool like that. The AR-15 is a really cool item. Here in the US, like the gun culture is it's very common. So I'm pretty sure a
Yeah.
lot of people here in the US are gonna go for some guns for the back items. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not gonna be common. Yeah, it's not like because if we make them common, like and you start scrolling through the JPEG store and start seeing like the options, like probably one every like 10 is gonna have an AR-15. That's not the goal. Like my goal with this collection is not to make it like specific related to guns, right? So we'll probably make those a little bit rare. Um, yeah, not common at all.
Gotcha. He says, "No, I'm not in love with you, bro. I just have love for you."
Oh, okay, okay.
Friggin'
That,
Neil.
that's way better. That's way better. No, I mean, if
Yeah.
you are, it's okay. Send some flowers, bro. Send some flowers my way.
Hey man,
For the
send it on
birthday,
his
maybe.
birthday, bro.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But yeah, guys.
Thanks, Neil, for the nice comments, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. Thank you, Peppers, so much for coming on, dude. It's a pleasure talking to you, bro. You're every time you come on, dude, you got something crazy to talk about, and these hype beasts look insane. I cannot wait. Praying for April 8th. Hopefully that can be the reveal date.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
But thank you guys for stopping by, man. And go check out Peppers. I got his Twitter, his website, and his Discord in the description below. So until